Hi Taurus, and welcome to your weekly love tarot forecast. This is for the week of September 24th through September 30th, 2018. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late on these, but Taurus, let's see what's going on for you guys romantically this week. Right, so we have Sagittarius, I see. Definitely a spiritual element to this week with that. And, ooh, lunar eclipse change. So, Taurus, first and foremost, some of you may very much intuitively be sensing some sort of change coming for you in regards to love and romance. Now, this could be whether you're single, whether you're dating, whether you're committed, it doesn't really matter. There's an overall theme here of a premonition, something you feel in your soul, some sort of shift, some sort of change coming for you. Now, this could be where you've really been sensing somebody's energy and there's this reconnection, or you just know they're really thinking about you. Okay, you're not wrong on that. There's a deep spiritual element. Some of you, and I hate to say this, if you've been sensing like a breakup, like you and your partner are going to break up or something along those lines, like something's quite off, really trust yourself. And I'll share a little interesting story with you. About 2 to 3 months before the love of my life and I separated, we were watching this family movie together because he had kids, I had kids. We've been together for like just about 7 years by this point. And, we watched this movie and the kids, are getting ready for bed, brushing teeth and all of that. And I'm just sitting on the chair and I swear to you, I just like hear these like bells chiming in my head. And I started crying and, he looked over at me and he's like, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, "We're going to break up." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "We are going to break up. Like, I just feel it. I don't know why." Like, out of nowhere. And sure enough, a couple months later, we broke up. He broke up with me. And I asked him, I was like, "Why that night did you not tell the truth? Because you didn't just decide, after 7 years, right now, today, it's over. 2 months ago, clearly it's on your mind." And he's just like, "I don't know, I don't know, I don't know." And I never got a real answer. But my point here is you have to trust that inner voice. If you hear something telling you, trying to warn you, guide you, instruct you, bring the truth, illuminate all things, do not turn away from it, even if it's not what you want to hear, okay? Had I listened to that voice telling me, I would have done a lot of things differently over the course of those like 2.5, 3 months between when I felt that and when we broke up. Yes, he convinced me to do a couple of things. Before that, makes all sense now, but back then didn't. And if I would have just listened to that, I would have done things a lot differently. So if you're feeling something, really trust yourself. Don't start spinning stories in your head and getting nervous and panicky. Just really flow and ask the angels, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to show me? Because for some of you, this could be where you're really just jumping at shadows. You're being very fear-based and there is nothing to fear, but you've convinced yourself there's something there, and that's what needs to change. Like, you need to see that, it's just your own nervous thoughts. So you have to get really in touch with your intuition to know what's going on here. And you're feeling it though, Taurus. There's no question in my mind that you guys are feeling it. Okay? Some of you this week, something you've been kind of sensing prior is like about to happen, about to unfold. So let's pull some emotions. Also, some of you, a relationship that, got disconnected early in the year, or, just at the end of, well, I shouldn't say summer because this all over the world. At the end, I would say between July and August, and we're at the end of September, but anything that broke apart at the beginning of the year, or in July, August, or September. It could actually be having some sort of reconciliation, or things that were hidden are now finally coming to light for you, or we can finally have some closure or something like that. Okay, Taurus, so this is a week of enlightenment, illumination, 100% across the board in regards to love and romance. However, that personally relates to you, okay, for the good or the bad. So let's look at the emotions, Taurus. Okay. Listening. Yes. Oh my God, this could not be more perfect for you, Taurus. Your intuition, your soul is not misleading you. Your heart may lie to you because it can't take it, okay? Or your mind, your ego may lie to you because it wants what it wants, right? But your spirit, your soul, never gonna lie to you, ever, ever, ever. And you really need to hear it. But also with listening, pay attention to signs and synchronicities, any sort of energy that you just like, where it feels off, where you're like, something seems amiss. I feel like I'm not seeing the whole picture. Trust yourself on that. Also, anybody you're dealing with in a romantic way whatsoever, whether you're committed to them or not, really pay attention to every single word they say, because it's going to tell you a whole lot more than they realize, okay? Taurus, it's like, have your psychic senses open and alert, and they're coming through as playful. So I get a couple of different things with this. There are some of you, as stated earlier, that are jumping at shadows, okay? And if you really don't know the difference, if you're like, I don't know if I'm jumping at shadows or if I'm legit feeling like there's something I need to be concerned about, ask for signs, ask for synchronicities, ask the universe to show you, ask the angels to illuminate all things for you. But be prepared to handle whatever is revealed, because if you say, I want to know the truth, and let's just say your partner's totally cheating and has this lifestyle that you have no idea about. This is just an example, not even part of the reading, just an example. If you emotionally and mentally are not in a place where you could truly handle that in this moment, it's not going to be revealed to you, okay? There is mercy on our soul, even though we often don't feel as though there is. So you have to be ready to truly know and see and understand and be able to accept whatever the truth may be, for the good or the bad. Because again, some of you feel like you're jumping at shadows, but others of you, it's just, you just have this knowing, this sensing of something going on, something about to happen. Or somebody you're disconnected from, like you feel them thinking about you, you feel their energy, and like you might even be feeling like they're about to come into your life. And so if you're like, oh my God, I just feel like I'm going to run into this person, you might actually prove yourself 100% right, Taurus. So keep that in mind. Let's pull some cards. Whoever you guys are dealing with, though, they look like they're not being a jerk or mean or anything, and they have a very sweet and playful energy about them. This isn't all doom and gloom. It's just some of you need to really open your faculties to see who you're dating, see who you're talking to. And again, if you know them for a long time, it's like you could shift a perception and see a whole new side of them. And if there's any sort of stagnation, staleness within the relationship, it's like by shifting your perception, really hearing them, where they're coming from, and taking on more of a playful, spontaneous, fun, innocent sort of attitude towards the romance and the relationship itself, could facilitate the change you need. It's just whatever's going on for you personally this week, Taurus, your soul is telling you exactly what you need to do, 100%. If anything else, this reading should confirm that. Listen to your soul this week. It knows the truth, it knows the way, it knows if somebody's not being real, and it knows if you're just jumping at shadows, okay? This is a general reading, so I have to say it could be all of the above. All right, So yes, here's where we've got to quiet our minds and maybe just allow our spirit to come through, okay, with the Four of Swords, but also with this, there's that energy of that disconnection between you and somebody else, and you're really feeling them because they're super thinking about you. Here's the Three of Wands. Here's the Nine of Wands. And here is the Three of Cups. Now, very next card out, Taurus, is Ace of Cups, and then Four of Wands, which is happy, and then your very own energy, okay? So listen, I know some of you are just jumping at shadows, and there's truly nothing to worry about. And the more you quiet your mind and calm yourself, you will see that, all right? Ask your angels to help you rise to a higher perception. Really listen with your ears, with your heart, with your, third eye, sensing out the energy and vibes that are being put off. If you've kept yourself cooped up in the house, or you don't normally go out, you don't normally do this, you don't normally, if you're getting invitations, oh my God, go out, Taurus. I feel like you could meet somebody, and there's some potential there, because here I see us resting, not doing anything, and now here we're out having a good time, having fun, and there's some sort of reward to that. So, I do see a reunion, a happy reunion for some Taurus out there this week. That does not apply to everybody, but there's definitely this reunion, and you saw it coming. Or if this is a planned thing, like you've been waiting, and it's beautiful, and you have such a good time. Those of you who are just dating and it's not such a serious vibe for you, it looks like you're having a lot of fun this week. And, if you want to get deeper with somebody, just really listen to your intuition to find out if they're on board for that or not, so you don't even have to put yourself out there. You could spare yourself if they're not on board, but if they're on board, you'll know, and you won't even need to have the conversation, really, right? It will just naturally happen and flow. So, pay attention to that intuition, Taurus. Pay attention to that spirit of yours. Look your best while you're out, because you could have an unexpected encounter, or you could meet somebody, and just you don't expect to meet somebody, and boom, there it is. Or you don't expect to run into somebody, and boom, there it is, okay? So let's see what advice the universe has for you guys this week in regards to love and romance. Whoa. Okay, so these two are the two that flipped upright. So we'll take those. Also, one thing I wanted to point out, because this was next, there's new love for Taurus this week, okay? Again, if you're single, get out there, change up your routine, do different things. I have done that, and man, it really, you meet people, it's amazing. Get out there, change your routine, think about it. Just have an air about you, people will talk to you, people will come up to you, people will extend their cup. So definitely new love possibilities for Taurus this week. However, we have Rainbow, which is hidden gifts. And we have Lily, time of new birth. Yes. New love is upon you, Taurus. Some of you are truly jumping at shadows here, and it might be because things just feel so good. It's why is it going this good? I don't trust it. The other shoe's going to drop. But I see reward, hidden gift, like enjoy it. Go with the moment. Don't get caught up in your head. Don't get caught up in negative thinking or worry or pessimism or what if. Just go with the flow this week in regards to love and romance, with the exception of what does your spirit tell you? If your spirit says this is a dead end, it's a dead end. If your spirit says, listen, you guys are just going through a down motion cycle in your relationship, then okay, we're in a down motion cycle, and I'm going to focus on the good and be positive, because things are going to change. Some of you who've been in that lull, it's like this week is a beautiful week of love for Taurus, okay? So listen to that spirit, man, and there's a reconnection happening for Taurus this week. Some of you, and it's happy. Again, and this is really strong for things that you lost touch or just nothing panned out early in the year, or something to do with the months of July, August, and September, okay? More like July, August, but definitely could include September. So Taurus, let's pull an outcome card for you guys. We have enchantment. Yes, Taurus, man, listen to your spirit, okay? Listen to your spirit 100% and just glow. Don't worry, don't stress. And it's like that energy just makes you so delicious and intoxicating to others. They just want to eat you up. They can't get enough of you, okay? So shine this week and listen to your spirit when it says no, no, no. And when it says yes, 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 okay, know the difference. Don't be jumping at shadows. And again, strong reconnection taking place for Taurus this week, okay? So those are your messages, Taurus. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.